What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We will be recapping Money in the Bank. We started off the night with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, as we did last year, with Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Raquel Rodriguez. If I have her name wrong, I apologize, but I believe it's Raquel Rodriguez. Who else? Lacey Evans. Believe that was all. In the match, Liv Morgan won the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We then went to the Raw Women's Championship match between Carmella and Bianca Belair. Bianca retained her Raw Women's Championship, no cash in by Liv at that time. We then moved to the United States Championship match, Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. To my surprise, and I think to a lot of people's surprise, Theory lost. I didn't actually think they were going to take the title off Theory because he is Mr. McMahon's protege, so I figured they're going to keep it on him, but he did lose. We then fast forward to the Smackdown, my apologies, the Unified Tag Team title match between the Usos and the Street Profits. It was a great match, worked very well by both teams. Controversy ending as Jimmy Uso was pinning Montez Ford. The shoulders were up of Ford, so that'll be something to look into. But the Usos, regardless, retain their titles. We then move to the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Natalya and Ronda Rousey. I have zero problem with Natalya. I have zero problem with Ronda Rousey. The only problem I've got with her is she cannot cut a promo to save her life. And up until tonight, I did not think she was a good worker in the ring. I was wrong about the working part. She still can't cut a promo to save her life. And I think if somebody actually told her, you have to cut a promo to save your life, she can't do it. I mean, that's just how it is. Some can, some can't. She can't. But it was a classic match. Worked very well by both Natalya and Ronda. Both sold very well, which surprised me a lot by Ronda. Was not surprised by anything Natalya did. Natalya's a veteran in the game. She understands. She obviously trained at the Heart Dungeon, which her dad and her uncle trained at, and they owned it. So obviously she knows what she's doing. She understands. She's a student of the game. She does everything very well to a T in the ring. A couple slip-ups here and there throughout her career. She did, however, lose. I believe it was a tap out. I'll have to go recheck, and then I'll post it on Instagram to update you guys on if it was a tap out or a pinfall. I believe it was tap out though. I feel like because both Natalya and Ronda are known for submissions, we should have had a submission match. That way, it had to end with a tap out. However, doesn't really matter. Ronda retained, and then as Ronda is very slow to get up. Again, she worked very well tonight. I don't know if she could work that well as a whole for her career, but tonight she worked well. She sold her injury. She was very slow to get up. Liv Morgan's music hit. She goes out there. Ronda picks the ankle of Morgan, puts her on the ankle lock. However, Liv worked her way out of it, rolled her up into a pinfall cover, and Liv Morgan is the new SmackDown Women's Champion. A hard road traveled for Liv Morgan. She has worked extremely hard since 2015, since she showed up at the Performance Center in Orlando. The past 2 years, I'd say, WWE fans, me included, we have all been pushing for Liv to get the final push. I said it on Instagram a couple times. I believe that they have to give this to her. She has to win Money in the Bank. I really did, though. I thought when they had her come out, I thought they're not going to let her win. They're going to screw her over, and Ronda's going to retain. They didn't let that happen. My belief is, and the way I feel is, they are now going to work into a way of where Liv and Ronda won't ever face again. I think Ronda, in a way, I believe she's done in combat. She was obviously a very gifted UFC fighter. She's in the UFC Hall of Fame. She's extremely gifted. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows how to work. I think she's done. in the UFC. I also believe that she is done in the WWE. I don't think we see Ronda Rousey again. If we do, I believe it's going to be like one-off matches, like a Royal Rumble, but her not win it, but her just kind of be there to, be involved. Um, that's the way the SmackDown Women's Championship match ended. Liv Morgan is your new SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm extremely happy that they put the title on her. I think she's earned it. She definitely deserves it. She's worked and worked and worked to get to this point, and finally they did the right thing. Last year they could have given it to her. They didn't. They gave it to Nikki Ash, but this year they did the right thing. They gave it to her. I would have been okay if it was anybody but Becky, but I did not want Becky Lynch to win, and she didn't, and I'm very happy about that. Now, the the men's Money in the Bank match. All 7 competitors: so Madcap Moss, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, or not Bobby Lashley, Omos, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and Riddle were out there in the ring. Then Adam Pearce came out. Now, if you didn't see it during the pay-per-view, and I didn't, so I'm going to have to go rewatch. There was a teaser about Bray Wyatt, I believe, so I'm going to have to go rewatch that again. Did not see that. I was distracted at that time. I thought, are they going to put Bray in the match? Is this going to be the moment they bring Bray Wyatt back? Or maybe it's Cody Rhodes? It was neither. It was the arrogant prick, Austin Theory. I say arrogant prick because he is so cocky in the ring and on the mic that I actually think talking to him in public would be like a horrible experience. Because I don't think he's playing a part when he does it. I really don't. I don't think he's trying to sell you on anything. I think he's honestly just a prick. Now, I thought, this is Seth's moment. This is gonna be Seth. Seth is gonna win it. We're gonna redo the heist of the century from WrestleMania 31. They're gonna have this moment between Seth, Brock, and Roman to end SummerSlam. That's gonna be, yeah. If you're a betting person, you lost because you probably didn't bet on anybody but Seth and Riddle, and Austin Theory won. Now, it makes sense that Theory won because he's young. He's been compared to John Cena. He's been compared to Randy Orton. He's been compared to Brock Lesnar. He's got all the charisma, all the athleticism, all the mic skills that you need to be a champion. He's also got the backing of WWE management. So him winning Money in the Bank, although irritates me, him winning it, I understand it. And listen, if their plan is to, at SummerSlam, have Brock and Roman beat the crap out of each other and then have Theory cash in and become champ, I'm okay with it. However, I would feel a lot better if it was Seth or Riddle, but it's okay. I did think for a minute they were going to put the title on Omos, and Lord knows I don't want... Omos has hit his ceiling. He's at his ceiling. He's at his pinnacle. He's not going any higher. He can't go any higher. He's done. As far as pinnacle. Like, when you look at... He's a 7'3" big man that can't move. That's the problem with him. If he could move, if he had speed and athleticism and he could move, I'd say, yeah, he's not at his pinnacle yet. He'll get there. Guys, he's at his pinnacle. He can't move. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a destructive force in the WWE. He's only 28, 29 years old, so he's still really young. He can develop a bit of movement in the ring, a bit more better at selling, but right now he's a big man and he doesn't look like he's going to win anywhere. I think he's hit his ceiling. Maybe you put him in a tag team with somebody like he was with AJ Styles, where they do most of the work and he comes in, gets the big moment, finishes the match. But that's about the only extent I see of him winning championship gold in WWE. Which, I hate to say that about somebody that young, but he doesn't work well in the ring. Like, if you watch him in the ring, it's extremely painful to watch because you know he's trying, but he just doesn't work well. And that's part of it. Sometimes you get a guy like The Big Show or like Kane or Undertaker that are big and they're mean, but they work well in the ring and they can move well enough in the ring that they sell themselves. Omos doesn't sell. He sells himself as a big old heel. That's all he is. He's like another version of the Great Khali. Khali couldn't move either. They never got him to WWE title material. That's fine. And he was a jobber for the majority of his career. He was a worker to come in, be destructive, and end it. And I think that's where Omos will be for the basis part of his career. But after a stellar Money in the Bank, the eyes will now be on Monday Night Raw to see what Austin Theory does. The eyes will now be on Monday Night Raw to see what the Street Profits and Usos. I believe the story's not over. I believe we're gonna get some stuff at Money in the or at Monday Night Raw. I hope we do. I'll be watching, as I do every week. I want to thank you guys for listening, and hope you have a blessed night, blessed week, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.